Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in and joining me on this afternoon. We have a session in store for you. Again, thank you for joining and tuning in on this live discussion. And so I want to ask or imagine your independent school progressing and moving forward with the advantages and opportunities that you discover from key financial trends. What would your business office be like if it was streamlined by digitizing processes? What if you had a dedicated team member to set up QuickBooks online so the business office could access the accounting records remotely? These are possibilities for your independent school because of the new trends that have surfaced among independent schools. I will take these next 10 to 15 minutes to share these trends that are happening among independent schools. You know, no one predicted that schools will be doing more things online, but the COVID-19 pandemic certainly has made this a reality. I am Lori Watkins, and I'm a virtual CFO and accountant. I partner with independent schools like yours to manage the accounting and financial operations so you thrive, prosper, and fully carry out your mission. As an accountant for a decade with nonprofits, I am most passionate about helping independent schools by keeping you informed of the latest trends happening so you stay on top of the finances. So today I want to talk about independent school trends to observe. We talked about some possibilities earlier about moving forward and the business office being streamlined by digitizing processes. We talked about QuickBooks online. We briefly touched on those rather. And so we're going to dive into independent school trends to observe. Please share any questions you have in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer your questions. One trend that has emerged for private schools is, the first one we will talk about or touch on is remote learning. Learning has definitely changed over the last year or two during this time of the pandemic, and possibilities have opened up for remote and hybrid programming. These added modes of learning can help schools to boost enrollment by reaching a far greater number of students, as well as your school being able to offer a more varied curriculum. Also, the trend with remote learning, schools have observed an increase in parent engagement. So that's one trend that's happening among independent schools is remote learning, the advantages and possibilities that have opened up. The second area is with events. Did you know 96% of schools are considering keeping some events virtual, including parent-teacher conferences, professional development, board meetings, school tours, or admission events? And so that's another area or a trend that's happening among independent schools. We see it in remote learning as well as with virtual events. The third trend that's surfacing or emerging among private schools is in the area of donations. Over this past year in 2020, online giving grew almost 21% year over year, and a record number of donors made gifts electronically. And so as a tip, you could utilize your website for an effective fundraising tool. And also think about ways to enable convenient mobile giving. The stats have shown that the mobile giving has also increased significantly. And so this is the third trend that's happening among private schools: online donations or giving gifts electronically. And the fourth and last trend that's happening among independent schools is in the area of financial operations that have evolved through enhanced technology. One component or area that I hear often or hear clients talk about or independent school leaders talk about is with QuickBooks Online. And QuickBooks Online gives you remote access to financial data so that it can be accessed remotely and reviewed quickly, where you can invoice for tuition, application fees, deposits. You can pay bills electronically. You can follow up with families about payment reminders. You can perform general accounting and detailed financial analysis through QuickBooks Online. You can close the books and reconcile accounts, provide financial statements and reports, track cash flow, income, expenses, and donations through QuickBooks Online, as well as process payroll and benefits. So the trend with remote technology is drastically helping processes become more automated and shifting from paper to portals. Also, schools are able to have or take advantage of document sharing platforms and virtual meetings to help your school stay organized, as well as allow discussions about challenges and changes that are occurring. Not only are there remote capabilities that allows your school to streamline processes and increase efficiencies, in many ways, remote access has favorably impacted the school's finances. Schools have been able to save money through online services. Also, your school may have been able to see or witness or have observed your school being able to effectively collect tuition and lessen the occurrence of delinquent payments. So there are so many components of the remote experience that are likely to continue even when this pandemic is fully behind us. Remote capabilities have offered independent schools like yours so many advantages and opportunities in many ways. And so if you have any questions, please share your questions in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer those questions. And as a recap, we talked about independent school trends to observe. Those trends are the trends that are emerging for independent schools. 1, remote learning. 2, online donations, online donations, virtual events, and the financial operations evolving through enhanced technology through softwares like QuickBooks Online. And so I will see if we have any questions. Okay. No questions, but if you catch this on the replay, please be sure to post your questions and I will respond to those questions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at theoptimalcfo.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Optimal CFO. That is our website, which is theoptimalcfo.com. But definitely you can view this video on the replay. If you're not on Facebook, you can view it on YouTube at The Optimal CFO. So let's jumpstart your accounting so you can focus on fulfilling the mission for your school. And I will catch you on next Friday for another finance segment. Thank you for tuning in.